should be able to hear me now. Can y'all hear me? I can't really see anything, but hopefully it's back on now. We good? Okay, cool, cool, cool. Well, let's do this thing again. Hey, nothing is by accident. Everything is for a reason, right? So, what's up, fam? We in here, we live. Um, Divine masculines, that's what we focusing on. But hey, if you're divine feminine, you're in the right spot because hey, it's all the same, right? We all pulling in these frequencies, and the divine masculine within us is healing. The divine feminine within us is healing. They're just joining in union, and it's really been, I want to say, for the divine masculines, it has been like physically real. It has been a real anchoring in of this energy. No more play, you know what I mean? So my divine masculines know what I mean. Ain't no more play now. It's for real. um we're in this thing, we're in a full out life change. So when I was doing my meditation for our collective today, it's like, man, we are in like the biggest like paradigm shift, life change, whatever you want to call it, that we even imagine. And even me, I mean, it's like I connect, through metaphysical means to the collective, but I mean, I did not expect this energy to be just so life changing and so, I want to say, cell altering, because our DNA upgrades were so immense that it caused physical pain, it caused mental disruption, and but it was a clearing out for our bodies, for our light bodies, for our shadow bodies, for our mental bodies, all of these bodies that we have, these multidimensional bodies that we have, they're just all us. They're ourselves. So are ourselves either way. But anyway, um, as I mentioned, we're in this life change. And in this life change, it's like all of the patterns that we found comfort in, all of the old ways we did things are gone. We can no longer use them. And well, let me put it this way: we can still use them, but they'll be to no benefit. Like, they'll end up keeping us trapped in the very paradigm the universe has given us wings to fly out of. So now that we've reached our pinnacle of the journey, I will say, now it's time to cross over. It's time for us to become that newer version of ourselves and be that best version. So anyway, we're losing these weaknesses, thank goodness. We are but at the same time as we're losing these weaknesses, it's weird for the divine masculines. Let me see how I can put this in there. Um, we are feeling lost and vulnerable. That's it. That's it right there. We're feeling lost and vulnerable. Like, we don't know where home is at. Like, I remember hearing that. Um, Laid out flat. I'm just hurting. I'm crying, snotting all over the place. And I just kept thinking, I want to go home. And I'm like, but I'm at home, in the 3D, I'm at home. But nah, it was like my soul was screaming for home, like to connect back to source. And little did I know, this energy of us connecting back to source, it was being like corded into me right then at that time. And I didn't understand that or understand it. But for my divine masculines, as I read some of the comments, Bobby, hey man, I already know. I already know. Bobby's laid out with fever and things. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, the energy comes in so strong, you have no opportunity to prepare for it. It's like, and I think what a fitting way for the energy to come in to the masculine, like just come in and knock you down, just bam, right hook us, right? And that's what it took, though. That's what it took. So now that we've kind of tussled and went through that energy, now our DNA is being coded. The light codes are coming in now, and we're anchoring in these light codes. So we still may feel a little sick, a little tired, a little um unworthy. That's a good one too. Feeling unworthy, unworthy of um the walk, Because if anything, you can kind of see the beauty that's coming your way. You can see the timeline change, but even more than that, you can feel it. And even as I'm speaking of divine masculines, we can even anchor in it with the divine feminine. The unions are growing, but at the same time, it's like they're separate. It's weird. It's like we're growing together, but we're doing it separately. But we are also being united in such a deep way that we can only close our eyes and accept it. It's like I said, it's no more play now. It's real. The journey is on. Like for me, before I move on with this, like the collective is our first stage of this journey, right? We're in the collective. We are we have been selected to be in this collective, and we have chosen to be in this collective for some of us too, to because of our template, because of our DNA, because of the frequency we can hold, the light frequency we can hold, but also the shadow frequency we can hold, because those are the two frequencies that come together and unite and create our flame body, right? This is why we're called twin flames in the first place, because we have a light body that unites with the shadow body. Now, for most people, that would make mud. But see, our genetic code and the frequencies that we anchor in, it makes fire. So I'll do a video on that later, but I just wanted to give that little background so you guys can understand where I'm coming from when I say the collective, we hold that genetic code that allows man to keep going, humankind to keep going. So this is why we're here right now. So all you gotta do is look around you and see that there is something that's coming against man, right? And then here we are coming into unions because we are here to keep that frequency and keep mankind going. So we all serve an important part. But anyway, the collective is that part of us that is coming into the knowing of ourselves, like what we're here for, the journey that we're on, and we're choosing to be who we are, right? Or who we're going to be, right? Which is to be in union and be a divine counterpart. Okay, then we get into the soul division. Like we get right above that, where we learn that there is somebody else, and yet we feel divided from them. So we're always chasing this feeling, or this seem like something that we can't put our hand on, but we know it's something inside of us that's burning, that's saying, hey, I know there's something out there for me. I know there's a divine counterpart out there for me, and this person ain't it, right? So we get to that point, but after that, we get to the union. And I love this part. This is where we're at right now. Like this whole year, we're going to be coming into union after union. It ain't going to be easy. It ain't going to be easy because we've all been on this walk, right? But yet we here for it. We here for it. Is what we signed up for. So anyway, finish up this opening so I can get into this reading. This life change is destroying our old patterns. So we're having to make new patterns. We're having to become new. And that new version that we've been working on for like the last 2 to 4 years, that version of ourselves is now ready to take the front seat. Like I like to say, people be like, Jesus take the wheel. I'll be like, nah, you take the wheel. It's time for you to take the wheel now. Ain't no more Jesus, you take the wheel. So just going through my notes, make sure I got it all good. Yep, that's kind of all I really wanted to get out there real quick. But hey, so this reading is going to be on the inner strength we're going to need to get past this energy that's coming in, to transmute it, so to speak. Not really get past, but transmute it, because we're supposed to be transmuting our weakness into strengths, right? Our hate into love, our unworthiness into feeling worthy. So now that we've come into the meeting of the divine minds, these sacred conversations that we're having with the divine inside and with our divine counterparts, right? We are growing together but apart, like I said. So we need to know, what is the strength deep down inside? Like, how do I get summer body ready, right? but inwardly. How do I get those muscles in shape so that I can love, so that I can hold the frequency of courage with no fear? How do I do that? So that's what this reading is for. So I got my oracle cards. They're called the Ascension Oracle cards. Beautiful deck. But go ahead and get into this reading. If y'all don't mind. Oh, I didn't meditate. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Let me get that meditation in, right? Y'all know how we do on live. Y'all know how we do. So we're gonna take a minute. For those that don't know, we're gonna take a minute to invite in our ancestors, to invite in our spirit team, so that we may receive the messages that are meant for us to receive, so that we may anchor in the frequency of change and not just be hearers of this, but be doers also. All right, cool. So let's take about 30, 45 seconds in silence, meditate, anchor it in. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's get into this reading. Man, I feel good now. Oh my goodness. All right. So first card I'm going to be, or first thing I'm going to be pulling for is um our inner strength, the area where we need support or we may feel a little weak in, um where we know we probably got some shortcomings or some weaknesses in, as y'all remember I said that we're feeling. So first one, perfect. I don't know if y'all can see. I really hope it's not reversed, but energetic shield, energetic shield. That's what we got. Now, the inner strength, most people don't even realize they have a energetic shield on the inside of them. Like I said, I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty good. You can kind of see it. It's a little deal on it. But most people don't realize they have an energetic shield. This energetic shield is a inner strength because you have to literally be able to see this in your imagination. You have to be able to give it a figure. So, like, I love dark room meditating for this, and just straight up meditating, period, on your energetic shield. And this is not your aura. This is not your aura. This is like the shield around you that comes from your thought patterns. So you protect yourself with your mind, right? When you can anchor in the feeling of security, or you can anchor in the feeling of being shielded by the divine, then you are, because you are becoming one with that shield, one with that energy. So the inner strength that we're going to need to transmute all of this energy that's coming to us, all of this pain, all of these things, is going to be our energetic shield. And it also makes sense in this way. We can kind of turn the volume up or down on the frequencies that are coming in with your energetic shield. You can literally wake up today and say, this is too much energy coming in. I'm going to build my shield up more to block some of this energy. And, for some of us, we like, bring it on. I want it all, get it over with. But for some of us, it's, a little bit much. So that right there kind of really homes in on that. All right. So the foundation, what's the foundation of this energy? How can we build it? How can we make it stronger? Build that summer body, right? Build our muscles up. So this is important because the foundation of any inner strength is just like the foundation of any building. It gives it validity, and it gives you the, oh wow, I love it. I can't even finish. Planetary shifts. This is the foundation. So the energy that's coming in, along with the planetary shifts that we are going through, and it's number 22. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's number 22. So with that card being pulled, it's letting me know straight up the shifts that we're going through right now. Neptune, um, 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 passing the just coming. No, wait a minute. Saturn coming from behind the sun. That's what I meant to say. Saturn is coming from behind the sun, and it is being seen as being visible. That is a huge planetary shift. Conjunctions everywhere. I mean, we're going through it, but these planetary shifts are shifting us too. It's moving us to our new timeline. It's putting us into the correct position to use that new version of ourselves and not have to live by the old ideals of ourselves. You know what I mean? So we are like in that warfare right now. We are in it. We're in that battle, but we're not in a physical battle per se. We're in a emotional battle. We're in a mental battle. We're in all these other realms fighting for our lives because we are pulling all of those old versions out of ourselves, or I should say, we are putting those old versions, those old stories of ourselves out of our mind. And when we put it out of our mind, we're taking it out of our body. All right. So that is the foundation that the universe is putting us through this change, that the whole cosmos is going through this change, which it really is. So that is literally amazing. That is amazing. Pull one more. I want to see something real quick with that planetary shift. Let's see. Here we go. Ah, there it is. Soul vessel. Okay. The reason why I was wondering about the planetary shift, like how's that planetary shift going to affect us, right? It's going to affect our soul vessel. Soul vessel. It's going to affect our soul vessel. So 28, 2 and 8 is 10. So that's a new beginning. With the 2 and 2, that's a 4, right? And that is about building new foundations that move us into the future. So these two cards together is saying that the foundation of us being able to control our energy and control our energetic shield is literally tied up in the planetary shifts, and it's going to give us back a complete soul vessel. I know y'all hear me talk about soul fractals, like coming back to you, right? Soul fractals are pieces of yourself you lost in past lifetimes. So when you're going through something and it hurts so bad, like to your core, like you could just grab your stomach and cry. If you've ever had a broken heart or something that just, puts you to your knees, you know what I'm talking about. Well, when those tears are coming down and rolling down your cheeks, what's happening is you are having to put forth soul energy to manifest these tears, to manifest this pain. You're having to use soul energy. So when you lost these pieces of yourself back in past lives, these now belong to the matrix. They get integrated into the matrix. Well, we, through all of these planetary shifts, have had the opportunity to go through, sift through ourselves, see what was missing, add it back to ourselves, which means we added space for that soul fractal to come back. So, for example, if I said, I just feel I'm, you know, extra mean or something. I want to be nice. So if there was a part of me that I lost in a past life that was causing me to just be over the top mean, I have now created space for that soul fractal to come back into the vessel, and it will come back into the vessel through the work. So this is amazing as we are kind of going through and transitioning through these energies. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm not keeping up with the comments. I promise I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna check them out. All right. So let's look at a blockage. If there's a blockage to this energy, anything that may be blocking us from being able to receive those soul fractals back, to use that energetic shield, because that energetic shield also draws in it. You can also magnetize it. This is the point of being masculine and feminine, is that you actually have the magnification, or the magnet, that I'm saying that word so wrong. You can magnetically draw things to you like the divine feminine. That's what I'm trying to say. Because the feminine is magnetic and we are electric. So the barrier to accessing this new energy is life purpose. Life purpose. Now, you might say for a minute that's weird, but it's perfect. The reason why is because A barrier is what is in between you and your goal, or you and your power in this case, because we're talking about your inner strength, your power, right? So what is in between you and your power? Your perceived life purpose, what you think you should be doing, what feels right ain't always right. So I'm hearing right now, the life purpose that you had is done away with. Behold, you becoming new. So if you are becoming new, realize that that old version has to go away. It cannot continue with you. So it's either do or die. So the life purpose, like enter the portal, enter the portal, enter the portal, into your new life purpose. Because staying on this side of this portal, staying on this side of it keeps you on your old timeline. Going into there, boom, you go into your new timeline. So that's the barrier. And it's perceived. It's perceived. It's not an actual barrier. This is a perceived barrier because it's inwardly, right? So, ooh, oh, this is deep. This is deep. This is deep. This is deep. Y'all gotta see this card. So the card that came out was energy exchange. Wait, you see that? Was energy exchange right here. So, what is holding us down? What is keeping you from fulfilling your journey? What is stopping you from going forward? Energy exchange. You're not getting back. You're not getting back. Make sure y'all can see this because this is deep. See the crown? That crown chakra energy? See, we have all of these tentacles, all of this energy, all of these ley lines of energy that are going into our energetic and etheric body, right? What's stopping your journey, or what could possibly stop your journey, is unfair energy exchanges, old soul contracts, sucking your energy, draining you dry, old relationships, sucking your energy, draining you dry, energy exchange. Like, this is deep. You have to stop the leakage of energy. Like, this is such a confirmation for me, and hopefully for y'all too. But the energy exchange that we've been given before this time, guess what? It wasn't fair. We were being drained and we didn't get anything back. Y'all know what I mean. It's like overpaying for gas, right? So it's like, yeah, I get to drive around, I get to do stuff, but damn, I'm still burning gas and got to go get more. And that's the whole point. That's why we used to have electric cars and free energy. But I digress a little bit. So we have to be responsible and take sovereignty. This is what I had said in the last video, for our ego, right? Because our ego gets us in the shit. Our ego gets us into stuff because we won't say no. We won't say enough. We won't say, okay, hey, I probably can't do that. I probably do need to fall back. Unfair energy exchange. So now it's time for us to start monitoring our energy, like keeping check of what we're giving and what we're receiving, check and balance. And the earth right now is in Libra. So with the earth in Libra, man, it is the time to find that balance. I'm telling you, the universe is giving us such an amazing opportunity right now to heal so many weaknesses, so many hurts, so many lies we told about ourselves. And with that, with the earth being in Libra right now, we are able to find that balance between the divine masculine, divine feminine. We're able to find that beauty, that justice. So this is karmic justice, because I think a lot of people know karma is for good or for bad. It's karma, right? It's energy. But when you are consciously making decisions based on what you want to consciously bring to the earth, you are anchoring in the return of that energy by default. You're anchoring it in. So with that being said, let's tie this all in together. Um, we had our inner strength. That's what it was. The inner strength that we need to cross over this barrier. That was our energetic shield. That was using our energetic shield, right? Bringing our energy back to the party, shielding ourselves from, I'm hearing just bull crap here, shielding ourselves from all of the mundane energy and anchoring in those higher frequencies, right? Because we got seven, that spirit number right there, that's seven, right? So we got that. The foundation of that, the beautiful foundation of that energetic shield that we can anchor in, that beautiful, is the planetary shifts that are happening right now, the planetary shifts that are happening right now, and then the restoration of our soul vessel. Like, I love this, man. This is such a powerful reading, such a powerful reading. And then the blockage, right? The blockage is our perceived life purposes, is what we perceive to be what we have to do, the life we have to live. You got to do this, got to do that. And then what is the only thing that can block your journey? What will stand in your way? Energy exchange, giving your energy away for free. And this is like, even this is like about sex. Like, this is an unfair energy exchange. Speaking to my divine masculines, for you to release yourself and you don't get anything back unless you're trying to manifest a child. So it's time to protect the energy. It's time to protect the inward womb inside, because we forget that we have a womb inside. We really do. And it sits right in our brain, right in our mind. And it's a womb. It gives birth to either angels or demons. So going into this new timeline, going into the new energy that we have access to, we have to know now that we are the creators of our destiny. We are the holders of it because it's been given to us as a gift. This is why we're awake right now. And everybody else is starting to go, oh, what's going on? And most of us, like, man, we've been in here. Like, we've been trying to tell y'all. But we are doing this because it is now the time for us to make the leap, to make the transition, to activate that frequency inside that turns the flame body on. And the flame body consumes all impurities, all impurities. That's why we're going through this whole resurrection syndrome, I call it, because we're coming back from the dead. We are resurrecting. We are being resurrected. We're coming back from the dead because we were dead in our thoughts. We were dead. The church would call it sins, but it's not a sin. It's a sign, SINE, sine wave. All right. We were dead in our frequency and our sine waves. We resonated so low that our light didn't shine to heaven. Y'all feel me? That's where we were. Now look at where we're at now. Now our light is shining so bright that others see it and they got to put on shades. That's who you are. So when you anchor in that in, that's when you know that it's time to boss up, because you got the universe behind you. So a lot of stuff might be going on. Not going to mention in this vid, but how can I put this? 1,000 may fall at your right hand, 10,000 at your left, but it will not come near you or your dwelling. So dwell in wholeness and in bliss and harmony, and do the work. do the soul work, do the spiritual work, do the shadow work, do the light work, whatever it is that you got to do. Be about your business and get it done. I'm telling you, between now and 23 is the opportunity we have. Because when 23 comes and the eclipse happens, realize that we're gonna have another eclipse in 24 right after that, and these are going to be major transformations as eclipses are. But this right here, the degrees of it, where it's going to sit, is going to sever the timeline. The lower energies will belong to the lower energies, and the higher frequencies will belong to the higher frequencies. And whatever you didn't pull from the lower frequencies is gone. That is no longer a part of you. This is why Source keeps saying, hey, Spirit keeps saying, hey, do the work, let go of what don't serve you. Because if you still holding on to it, it's going to pull you down into the lower timeline, the lower frequencies also. So, hey, it ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. We actually in here and we doing soul work. We're building our frequency bodies. So anyway, that's about all I got for you guys. Like I said, we're in this major life change right now, and it ain't no joke, man. So I'm gonna look through y'all comments real quick, see if I missed a question or something. Peace. What's up, everybody? Man, I'm so happy for you guys being in here. Like, seriously, we doing this work and building up each other. This is amazing. This is amazing. And this is what it's about. This is what they don't want. Because once we get together and start building, man, we building structures that last lifetimes. Lifetimes. Oh my gosh. I've been learning to heal from the inside out. I'm gonna throw this up there so everybody can see what I'm reading. I'm learning to heal from the inside out. I'm wanting to change my food habits to become more healthier. I don't know if spirit or divine is totally okay with it. If you're okay with it, spirit and divine is okay with it. You got to trust that inner knowing. Like, this is exactly what we're talking about. When now we're losing those weaknesses, we're losing those old patterns. Let the old pattern go. Let the old pattern go. Become the newer version of yourself. As long as you ain't doing harm to no other, let the old pattern go. Let the old version of you go. And so that's why I say that. But let me see who else we got. Man, like I said, thank you guys for being in here for real. Let's see. Anybody got any questions? Let's see. Well, all right. Okay. Speak quickly on male. Okay. Speak quickly on male orgasm. What's that exactly? Okay. So I'm gonna try to do it a little PG because I know some people, teenage sons or younger children maybe watching some of my shows. So I'm gonna put it as PG as I can. But what it is it is a release of testosterone fluid. The fluid in the semen. What semen consists of is testosterone fluid, cerebral spine fluid. This cycles through all the way up to up the spine into the pineal gland and back down into the gonads. So this cycle of it going up and down the spinal column allows for ejaculation. So once we have, I gotta be PG about this. Once a male has been stimulated to the point where he can no longer hold the vibration that is coming, because it's all an electrical impulse that is going on, then the ejaculate comes out. So the majority of it will be cerebral spine fluid, and there's only so much of that in the male body. So once the male has depleted himself, he starts to become old and weak and mentally unstable. That's even the more male ejaculates, the more mentally unstable he becomes. So it really kind of takes away the essence of the man. If I had to put it into any type of, just layman's terms, it's the essence of the man. And that's why it carries the seed. All right, let's see where we at. All right, do twin souls feel each other's physical pain, emotional intentions? Yes. Yes, they do. Um, they may not always feel the same physical ailment, but they will feel the result of it, the incoming energy that comes along with it. They will also have a knowing that you're going through something. So they will immediately try to reach out to you. Like, for example, if you're going through any emotional discomfort and you're just like, I can't accomplish this. And then all of a sudden you see a picture of your twin flame, or um, you get a message from them, whatever the case may be, something is signifying to you that she or he feels it. So we go through these things to be able to be on the same frequency as each other. And that's why I say they may not feel it. They may be on a level above you and you're right below them. They're not feeling that pain, but they know the pain and they associate with it and they hold you through it and or pull you through it. So it's that's a very good question, because you have to realize y'all have always been connected. She or he has always like felt you in some way. They have always been connected. So yes, that's a good one. I like that. Let's see. Any tips for jumping back on track when you catch yourself reverting to your old patterns? Even a mantra would help me out. I'm on the cusp. Nice. Well, I'm going to say be easy and gentle with yourself first, because like you are learning to be the best version of yourself. You're learning to incorporate it into your daily life. So, with that being said, if we revert, that means that we were vertical and then we went back down, right? So we dropped in frequency. Get yourself back online. If you go back into the old pattern, just know, hey, quickly get up out of it. Now, what can you do? Finding your trigger points that sends you into that frequency. There has to be something that makes you say it's okay to do this. If you are saying, I want to go to this point or this level in this ascension process, then I have to leave this old pattern behind, right? Well, if you got to leave the old pattern behind, then you need to reinforce it into your mental and allow it to anchor into your heart. So the way to do this is catch yourself. Catch yourself. Like, man, I used to like swear all the time because I was an athlete, and everything I said was F bomb, blah, 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 right? So I started catching myself every time I get ready to say something, and I mean, I got tested in this. I got tested so hard. We're playing ball. I get elbowed in the mouth. And the guy I felt did it on purpose. Normally, you mother, man, I'm gone. I'm gone. 0 to 100, right? Literally, I sit there and I go, you can't say that. Find something else to say. So it was catching myself in that moment and then correcting it. So treating myself like a child, because it was my inner child saying, I can do this. I can go back. So just remember that, go and really log, um, journal. My bad, not log, journal, and really see what your trigger points are. And meditation. Meditation is about the biggest thing. Like when I say meditate, I mean literally getting into your quiet space, closing your eyes, and visualizing yourself in that new timeline or in that new frequency or in that new behavior. Like that's profound too. That can really help you because the brain doesn't know the difference between dreaming and awake. So it's really cool. Really cool. All right, let me see. Ooh, I gotta take a drink, man. My bad, y'all. getting all raspy, getting my jazz voice on, right? All right, let me see. Okay, what about women with a lot of masculine energy, or even simply the masculine energy in women? This is normal in today's time because of the role that women have had to play and the way society has kind of set the rules for a woman. Like, you have to be as tough as a man. You have to do the same job a man could do. Even the fact that they say a woman can do what a man could do. Well, hell yeah, of course. But why would she want to? That's my point. Hell yeah, you can go out there and dig ditches with me, but why would you want to? Like, you know what I mean? Is that idea that you can carry this masculine energy, right? And this fullness. And I truly know that it has to be in balance because there's just no other way to ascend out of here. Other than that, you're living in one duality. And both of these dualities are just as powerful as the other. The divine masculine, divine feminine are so powerful, right? So there's nothing wrong. You just have to rebalance it. Like, that's a great question because, like I said, the earth is in Libra right now. And we are balancing our inner selves. We are balancing our relationships and with ourselves. We're balancing our relationship with our ego. So don't, I want to say, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Just become what you want to be. So if you want to be balanced, become balanced. Start doing everything in balance. Meditate on balance. Think about balance all the time. And you will start to manifest the balance you want to anchor in. You'll become it. And then it'll just kind of happen. So hopefully that answers your question. Let's see. Any tips for breaking the form of smoking? Yeah, fasting. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Like, any, it's real. Like, fasting is real. And I mean, and when I say fasting, I mean like real fasting, like abstaining from water or abstaining from food. Like, you can only have water or air. And this will cleanse your body. Now, you have to build up to that. You can't just go fast for like 17 days and and think you're gonna be good. Like, you got to build up to these big fasts. But when I say this, I mean start with fasting from smoking, abstaining from it, maybe half a day. And say this, you wake, like, if your worst time is in the morning where you like, I gotta have a smoke, right? Wake up, not gonna have a smoke until 12 on purpose. 12 come, have your smoke, enjoy it, thank the universe for it, whatever you need to do, but anchor in gratitude because you are enjoying it. Don't lie to yourself, right? Don't lie. Don't let your shadow get a hold on you by being untruthful, right? So be truthful with yourself. Oh my God, I'm enjoying this. This is so good. And go on with your day. Wake up the next day, do it again. In other words, you're building a habit. You're building a habit of quitting because you are taking back your power little by little. You're taking back the power over this addiction little by little. Pretty soon, you'll have the power over it. And then pretty soon, you won't have the problem anymore. So it's about building those muscles. Like the title said, we building that inner summer body. We getting buff, we getting swole up for the summer, the heat that's about to come up on the earth. So we are literally being built into that. So allow the transformation to happen and go with the flow and work with it. Let's see. Hopefully that helped you. Yes. You're welcome, Goddess Nation. You're welcome. All right. Sweet inspirations. All right, here we go. Let me see. Yes, here we go. All right. So, can you give advice on how to heal childhood abuse? Absolutely. Now, of course, I gotta give him a little backstory. I was a victim of childhood abuse, and I grew up in foster care from the age of 5 until I signed myself out at 18. Um, my whole young life was nothing but dealing with abuse, talking about abuse. My foster brothers were abused. You get my point. So, abuse of any kind is abuse, whether it's verbal, whether it's physical, which is sexual, or whether it's mental. And the best way to deal with that is to first accept the victim role. Now, I know that's in contrary to what a lot of people teach. Don't be the victim. Don't be the victim. Before you can be the healed one, you have to be the victim. Step one is first understanding you were taken advantage of in some way. So I'm going to accept my victimhood, but I'm not going to live in it. So when I say I was a victim, I'm saying I was unable to protect myself at that moment. But now at 6'6", 240, I ain't a victim no more. Now, I say that as a masculine, but inwardly as a feminine, it's a little different. The abuse keeps playing over and 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 over. So when that record keeps playing and it keeps skipping the beat, you now know that it's time to take that record off of the record player. It's ready to be thrown in the trash. In other words, the abuse may keep coming up. It may keep talking to you. It may keep pushing you in different directions than you want to go in life. But when it does that and you identify it as the abuse that you suffered at the hands of another, now it's time to take that record off of the record player. It's time to take that CD out of the CD player. It's skipping a beat, right? You do that by accepting the fact that you were a victim. You then take step two. Once you have acknowledged that you were a victim, you now want to go and pursue your happiness. How do you pursue your happiness? By forgiving them for what they didn't even think they did to you. And even if they know they did it to you, understand that the divine literally allows certain things to happen so that it can push us out of these situations. Nobody wants to be in abuse. Nobody wants to suffer at the hands of another, especially me. But what I can tell you that now that I look back on it, it was the best thing that ever could have happened to me, because now I'm able to sit in front of you, a complete individual, knowing that these abuses and these things that happened to me were not my fault. Now I know this world needs to be changed because there's some sick shit. Now I know how I'm going to change it. See, it took that for me to have this fire to say, I don't want another child to get touched. It took all of that. I need a minute. Okay. Whew. My bad, y'all. I need a minute. My bad. Whew. Good Lord. So even now, dealing with it, I still need moments, right? But I've gotten so much better than I used to be because right now I would be in tears. I would be on my knees right now and I wouldn't even be able to finish this. But to finish this up real quick, you heal it by accepting it. You heal it by knowing it happened. And whatever work you need to do to work through it, realizing you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to do the work. It's going to hurt. It's going to. But know that when you get on the other side of that work, man, you got the muscles. You got the inner spiritual muscles, and you can't be stopped. So hopefully that helped you. Hopefully that helped you. Let's see. I love you guys, man. Y'all are really, like I said. Yep. Like I want to share this. I want to share this. This is deep. I experienced abuse as well. And naturally, I'm introverted, but it made me even more introverted, even negatively affected the way I deal with the masculine. I can come out very guarded and aggressive. Absolutely. Same here. Like people used to ask me, man, you got a problem? I totally, totally get it. And these are not things that you can really just readily throw out there. Right, right. The community of men. See, this is where we're at. We feel so alone and isolated and vulnerable because it's like, who got my back? Like, I know I got my wife back, I got my kids back. Anybody need me, I'm there. But where's the other strong men that got my back? Who are the ones strong like me that can stand up and say, yo, bro, I got you. Somebody mess with your family, I got you. But instead, a culture has been bred among us to cause division. So you can't even trust nobody. Damn, you can't even trust yourself half the time. So it's real. It's real. We gotta be that change we want to see. Like I said, you just got to be it because there's nobody to reflect that until a man reflects it with another man in a healthy relationship. And that is what I think really scares a lot of the ones that think they running shit, but whatever. But I think that really scares them is that a lot of men, like I would love to see a real Million Man March. I would love to see a bunch of a million freaking pissed off men tired of their children being attacked, tired of their wives being attacked with poisons and everything else, get pissed off and say, hey, we're going to change this. You know what will happen? It'll change real freaking quick. Real quick. So, we are that, man. We are that. Men need men. Yep. Exactly. 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 And that's where we're at. I got to bring up this point. It made me very protective of my family. It did me too. Like I raised my children in a box. Like I had to go apologize to my kids. I mean, I really did. I'm like, man, I've like overprotected y'all. Y'all didn't get to do nothing. I mean, can we go spend the night? Nope. I don't. I mean, yeah, you got to know the parent. You got to know the place your kid is going to. I hope because my kids don't go nowhere unless I know the people they're gonna be with. But like it for me, it was coming from a place of fear. It was coming from a place of insecurity. So it made me overprotective of my family. It made me want to make sure that they were going to be, you know, um, not attacked. They wasn't going to be victims. So that's when I first had to realize, like, yo, I'm a victim trying to raise children. I'm raising children from a victim mindset, from a victim standpoint. So what am I raising? Little victims, little victims, because I am literally making them into my image by being their father, by raising them. So they're going to reflect back me, little mirrors of us. So yeah, it's really deep, man. And so yeah, oh man, let me see. Well, all right, guys, oh, I didn't see that. Leo, Leo, high degree Leo, I like to say. I'm not a low degree Leo, Bobby. But Leo, let's see. Anything else? Okay. All right, guys. Well, I love y'all. I'm gonna hop off. We've been on here a minute, and I didn't talk my throat all out. I gotta go get me some water or something. Oh man. But like I said, I love you guys, and y'all really hold on tight, man. Hold on tight. It's gonna be all right. You know, like the song that keep playing in my head is like literally, just hold on. We're going home. I hear so much. We're going home. We're going home. And when we do, it will have all been worth it. So I love y'all. Live in bliss and harmony. And y'all have a blissful day.